break $300,000 this year.
This year. So that's your target, $300,000.
$307,000. Yeah, that's our current model price.
307. I like that. I like that specificity. That's very exact.
Well, you got to listen to the spreadsheet.
Okay, well, we do listen to you, and I certainly have listened to a number of your podcasts, and I've enjoyed them tremendously. You've referred to yourself as a freedom maximalist, a Bitcoin philosopher, if you will. And you say that Bitcoin is fundamentally a humanitarian movement exposing the greatest con in human history, and that's central banking. Now, if I may try and synthesize some of these views, you say that fiat currency is essentially a pyramid scheme designed to take wealth from some and give to others, that printing money at the rate that we are is in fact a form of slavery, and that central banks have a legal monopolistic license to steal human time. And that got me, stealing human time by creating more and more money. So for the benefit of our viewers who do not necessarily have the hours and hours and hours that I did to listen to your podcasts, can you break down and crystallize that philosophy for us?
Sure. So, freedom maximalism is just premised on really the foundational principles of America, which is just this natural law or right to life, liberty, and property. And anytime government steps beyond that, it's not good. It's a net detriment to humanity. And the one, we pride ourselves in the US sort of as being these free market capitalists. And it's become an ideology that's permeated the world. Even in more authoritarian regimes like China, they've adopted free market principles, realizing that it's more creative of wealth, more generative to wealth. The closest thing we've ever had was kind of this geopolitical gold standard in the late 19th century. And money, to make it very simple, I say it's just money's a tool for trading our time, right? We sacrifice our time to earn money, and then we redeem that money for commensurate sacrifices from others. And it's this intertemporal social contract we have with one another that we negotiate through money. But when you monopolize, you put a monopolized institution on top of it, which is the central bank, and they have absolute and arbitrary authority to increase the money supply at their own whim and dole out the proceeds of that money to whomever they select. They are effectively harvesting the economic surplus off of the productive economy. So every ounce of energy, blood, sweat, and tears that people are putting into sacrificing to obtain these dollars, there's a single institution that can produce them with no sacrifice, no effort, to dilute everyone else. And in that scope, we could just say that money, for instance, like a stock certificate is title to company capital. We could say that money is title to human time, effectively. So if there's one institution that can just spin these titles up and they just can suck property rights out of the marketplace and into their own pockets, they're stealing human time. And I struggled for a while with, what do you call that? I've called it an institution of systemized time theft, but I don't know what else to call time theft other than slavery. It's not visceral. It's not, people are in chains and there's whips on the back necessarily, but because of its invisibility, it's perpetrated at a much larger scale. And I've written about this in a lot of my work. So I hope that people will come to see it's a demystification of money, that it's just an emblem of our time, and that the market should be allowed to decide which technology is best, not a monopoly.